going to apply some a dipping system to these extensions here that I've done. I've put the tip on, shaped it, blended it in, and we're ready to apply the dipping powder. So we want to just get our primer. All systems are pretty much the same. You just put your primer onto the natural nail area, like so. And you just go along all your nails. And then I'm going to get the resin here. And I'm going to apply this just halfway up, just past the extent where you join the extension on. I'm going to get the dipping powder and I'm going to just dribble that onto there. I'm just going to tap off the excess. Then I'm going to do the next one. Again, halfway, just more or less just past where the extension was. I'm going to dribble this on. It's a lot easier when you're working on a real person. This is just a dummy hand and it's not very flexible, but it gives you the idea. Just tap that. Then I'm going more or less 3/4 of the way up the nail. And just wipe your brush on your pad before you put it back into your pot. Again, I'm going to dribble this onto the nail itself. Of course, you must make sure that your client's hand is completely sanitized, as you would normally do. Go to the next one, and if you're doing 5 fingers, of course, you just go along all the 5 fingers, 3/4 of the way. Don't get it on the skin, just brush it out smoothly. Make sure you get it all covered. Tap off the excess. Now I'm going right up to the cuticle. You only want 1 layer of the resin at the back because you don't want it to build up too thick. Dribble the powder onto the nail. Make sure that you get all of the nail. Tap off the excess. Now go to the next nail. Always make sure there's none on the skin before you go any further. Right, so once that's done, I'm now going to use a activator which will set the resin and powder mix on the nails. So I'm just going to take this out of here without wiping it on the side, so we get the brush nice and full of activator. And then I'm just going to go over the top like this. Do the next one. We want to make sure that we've definitely got that activator penetrating through the layers. Now we just leave that now to dry, and what we'd normally do, we'll just carry on with the next hand. So now it's completely dry. I can now actually file it, so I can just go up the sides as you would normally do. When you're filing, it's a good idea to be able to see the top of your file like this, so you're not filing underneath like this, which can alter the shape. Look at the top of your file. Now I'll just get my electric file and just go around the back here. When you're filing, just support the finger under here so you're not bouncing the tip up and down. Dust it off. Then I'll get my white block, so again support it under here, and just go all over. Dust it off. Now at this point now, you can get your client to go and wash their hands, just to get rid of any dust and so on that's on the fingers, and then you can just go over with your gel polish in the normal way. You can use coloured powders as well over the top of this, and again you'd use it in the same way with the resin and then dribble the colour powder on, then file it over, block it over with a white block, and then you would use the but then you'll have to use a top coat that air dries. So I'm going to apply polish to these. So I've got my caca polish here. Pop that under there for 30 seconds. Go on with my second coat. I usually push to the back like that. Twist the hand round. It's definitely a lot easier on a real person. Because the fingers are a lot more flexible. So I'm going to go under here again for another 30 seconds. So now I'm just going to apply my top coat. I'm using a no white top coat, which is my favourite. Again, up towards the back, come down. Cap the end into the lamp for 60 seconds. This lamp's a really nice lamp. It's rechargeable and it's really good, so you haven't got the wire all over the place. Now it's completely dry, and there we have our extension. They're really strong. It's just another way of doing an acrylic nail.